What's up, everybody? It's Ed O'Brien. This is the We Run the State podcast, live for November 17th, 2022. Starting a little bit later today. I think I'm going to start, around 7 p.m. For now. Well, not 7 p.m., 7 a.m. for now on. So definitely appreciate you guys checking me out right now. Um, First of all, I want to say, give my condolences. I want to say rest in peace to Eddie Walker, one of the uh, most respected guys I know in Pennsylvania when it comes to high school football. Um, he was a big Berwick Bulldogs fan and coach, and much more to the community of Berwick. I originally met him at the PI, actually online. First of all, used to listen to his Friday night radio show. Um, he invited me on a few times. This was like late 2000s, early 2010. Around that time, when I first originally started, my first years in the game, and I think I forgot the name of the show, but it was every Friday night, and it was a pretty big deal. Um, it wasn't that it wasn't any shows like his, I believe, or not too many that I knew of. Um, like the one he had on Friday nights, after high school football games. So I always enjoyed the opportunity to jump on there with him, and talk about this District 3 football. So it's one of those things where you meet a lot of people in this game, and again, I got a lot of acquaintances. I'm not going to act like we were great friends, but what I do know is that every time I would see him every year at the PIAA championship games. Um, he would be providing coverage, and you know what? He always, "What's up, Cleves?" and give me a pound, like a fist bump, hug. You know what I mean? We chop it up, throughout the day. Um, and the thing is, again, that would probably be the one time I would see him every year, and I would see him see him online, but I would see him every year, and the one thing we would say is like, see you next year. You know what I mean? Because some of these people you only see once a year. It's usually at a big high school event like that, like the state championship games. So, um, again, rest in peace to him. My condolences go out to his family, his friends, and of course the Berwick Bulldogs community. Um, I am positive. I know he'll be missed. So rest in peace, Eddie. Anyway, I did want to let you guys know that the top 24/7 for 24/7 Sports class of 2023 rankings will be coming out today at noon Eastern time. So I like to kid around about this, but I'll be honest with you. Um, well, first of all, you guys know I have nothing to do with those rankings, which is probably a blessing. But I don't make those decisions. Uh, but I will say there is a process. It's a pretty solid one too, and despite people that act like they know the process or know what's going on with their process, they don't. You may not agree with the results or the opinions, but I will say that it's definitely a solid process. It's not it's not taken lightly. So again, that'll be coming out at 12 p.m. noon today, and I just want to remind you guys that I have nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? So don't come to me with any nonsense online. I'm just kidding, but really, I got nothing to do with it. But congrats to those who make that list today. Another congrats goes out to Javen Williams out of Pennsylvania, 2023, 6'4", 285-pound offensive tackle. Goes to Wyatt Missing High School in Pennsylvania. Excuse me. Late last week, he was given an invitation to the All American Bowl, and a couple of days ago, he accepted his invitation to play in the game in 2023. So I definitely want to say congratulations to him on that. That's a big accomplishment. I had a chance to actually interview him maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I saw him at one of my off-season camps back in February. And I wish I could tell you, I wish I could sit here and tell you I knew he was going to blow up like this. Now his coach, and I want to shout out Coach O'Neal from Wild Missing. He told me, he sent some guys to my camp, and he said, sent a couple good linemen, and he said Javen was definitely the best and would be a highly recruited prospect. To say highly recruited, it's kind of crazy. He's definitely one. I'll just say he's becoming actually as a national recruit. Actually, once you think about it, in fact, within the last 60 days, he's received over a dozen FBS offers, which is kind of crazy, but just a testament to the hard work he's put in, and whoever is helping him in this process has definitely done a great job, and he's put in the work, so it's definitely much well deserved. He has offers from Pitt, Michigan, Michigan State, Penn State, Ole Miss, and West Virginia. He has several more. Won't run through them all, but um, his team is currently 12-0, undefeated, and they're playing in I think it's the District 3 2A championship game this week against Bowling Springs at home. So I'm thinking that should be a good one. That should be a good one. White Missing is probably the favorite, but congrats to him and his teammates, and congrats to Bowling Springs for making it this far as well. So best of luck to those teams this weekend. Another championship game will be in Philadelphia. Well, coming out of Philadelphia, it's the 6A championship game, District 12 championship game between St. Joe's Prep and Northeast High School. St. Joe's Prep avenged the earlier season loss to LaSalle by defeating them in a blowout last week, 35-7. I think that was a surprise to a lot of people. Not so much that they beat them, but by the way it all went down. I know I was surprised that they, beat them like that, but they'll be playing Northeast. And the interesting thing about this, what I've been seeing online is that the game will be played at Cardinal O'Hara High School, and it's like on the outskirts of Philly, in the suburbs, but it's not exactly in the city. And I'm guessing, the championship game probably would have been played at Northeast. That's what I'm guessing. But what I'm hearing and what I've been reading is that there wasn't enough. The city of Philadelphia wasn't able or couldn't provide enough security for the game in order to keep, basically everybody safe. And unfortunately, it's a sad commentary on a few levels. First of all, the fact that these kids can't play a football game in peace. With it's a lot of good, but it's a lot of bad that goes on in the city sometimes, and it's too bad that there's violence and gun violence, and everybody isn't about positivity or um, just using common sense. You know what I mean? So it's a shame that first of all, that's even a problem during at all period. But it's a shame that's a problem that a football game can't be played in peace, and it's a shame that the city could not provide enough security to have the game played in Philadelphia. I mean, at the end of the day, once the game starts, it doesn't matter. A football field is a football field, but it definitely would have been a different type of, I'm gonna say, energy, and I'm saying positive energy, just a different level of excitement to have that game in the city. And I'm pretty sure the athletes that'll be playing the game, the coaches, everybody involved would definitely agree with that. But they want to play it on the safe side, so you can't really get too mad at that. But you just wish things could be better. So, winner moves on in the state playoffs. So best of luck to those two teams as well, and best of luck to all the teams that'll be playing in the state playoffs this weekend. So before I go, my Pennsylvania guys. So of course I gotta check on the Pennsylvania FBS schools, what they got going on this week. Number 20, Pitt. They'll play host to Virginia on Saturday. That'll start at 3:30. Pitt can earn a Coastal Division championship and a spot in the ACC championship game with a win. Game time is 3:30. Pitt is currently 8-2. Penn State, they'll be looking to bounce back from a tough loss to Michigan last week. They actually had the lead late in the game, but a couple things happened, ended up losing. They're currently 6-4. They'll be taking on Rutgers, who has a 5-5 record. So I guess you could say kind of a bit of a gut check right now for Penn State. Um, it'll be tough if for whatever reason they drop this game to Rutgers. So I'm expecting them to bounce back from last week's tough loss and play a good game against Rutgers this weekend. So, and lastly, we have Temple. They have a 3-7 record. They'll be on the road this week. They'll be taking on Tulsa, who has a record of 4-6. Temple had, they've even had a tougher time last 5 games. They've lost by a large margin. So it's going to be tough to go on the road, get a win. But right now, they're playing for pride, and some of these kids are probably playing for their positions. So wish them the best of luck on the road this week as well. So that'll be it for today's podcast. Tomorrow morning, I will announce the 5 prospects that will be evaluated live on the Game Time Sports live stream. You can check them out at GMTM Sports. Follow them on Twitter. And also, you can follow me at Ed O'Brien CFB on Twitter. I'll be making that announcement here on the podcast. Then I'll post it again on my Twitter account. And you guys can check out me and Joey Grant, one of the founders of Game Time Sports, on Friday at 12 p.m. So looking forward to evaluating 5 new prospects, put some spotlight on them. So before I go, let you guys know that this will be available on Spotify, iTunes, and other streaming platforms under We Run the State. And also, you can check for this episode on YouTube under my username, Ed O'Brien CFB. So that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Stay blessed. I'll see you tomorrow.